Hi guys, as usual, I'm in an awkward position, ducking down to try and speak to you. Wow, this is really light, it's like one extreme to the other. Okay, so I have just, it's now, what day is it today? Thursday, it's the 3rd of October today. If you can hear that noise, Gizmo is right here chewing her nails. I'm not chewing my nails. Oh my god, cat problems. Okay, so I haven't put up a studio vlog for about 2 weeks. The one I started editing last week is studio vlog 10, so therefore the next one is studio vlog 11, which I already have content for. So what I've decided to do, because I'm so far behind and things are starting to kind of, I wanted to put out all of the material I had, even though I thought to myself, should I just delete it all? I think what I've decided to do now, because I'm doing this intro, you'll already know, is to put all of my content up, release it into 2 parts, so it's probably a little bit shorter, hopefully a bit shorter, so that I'm putting everything out that's relevant and so that there's a bit of consistency in some of the things I spoke about in the previous vlog to the next one to the next one. So I'm sat down at my desk now, I'm editing studio vlog 10, I'm going to call it 10/11 or 10 part 1 part 2, and that'll take us over the course of 2 weeks. Not a massive amount has been happening. I'm obviously going to start inserting footage of Studio Vlog 10 in a second, but there's been a few things. I'm looking at my my software's behind you. I've balanced the camera and my computer screen is right behind you guys. I'm actually wearing, just by chance, the exact same jumper, so the continuity is going to work perfectly. Apart from my hair looks a bit different. I am going to tell you, I don't know where I'm going to put this, but I'm going to explain some things that have been going on. I'll record that in a minute separately, but I think for now what we'll do is we'll jump into my old footage from a couple of weeks ago for the studio vlog that I started editing, and then I'll jump in where appropriate with an update. So whenever I'm sitting here, I will say I interrupt this viewing with an update. I feel a bit all over the shop because it's been a weird couple of weeks. So I'm going to hop you into some old footage and I'll come back to you either in this part or the second part. Good morning guys, welcome to another studio vlog, number 10 I think we're on now. Today's Monday, it's my day off from the hotel today. I am just tucking into some breakfast. Fancied a bagel this morning, not very often I have bagels for breakfast, but just fancy one. It is now, it's 11 o'clock. I've been working for just over an hour. Went to the gym this morning. I'm carrying on with my time blocking. Sunday night I sat down last night and I blocked out my calendar for the jobs I need to do, wrote my to-do list, so I'm doing it kind of the night before, so I know where I am and I know what I need to do. So this morning I'm working on some bespoke work for a client for another hour or so, so I can't really show you that, but once I finish with that I'll take you on a journey of whatever I'm doing next. But I thought I'd just say hello and welcome to a new vlog. I can't believe we're on vlog number 10. It's a miracle. But yes, I shall take you through some things this week. Hopefully I'll show you some of my stuff on the iPad in a little bit. I've done quite a lot more on my new collection in terms of artwork. I haven't actually placed it anywhere yet. It's not kind of in the formation that I want it in, but I will definitely take you along with me. I really want to start kind of documenting processes and things. So yeah, let's start the day. Hi guys, it is now 2:30. I don't know why I'm speaking to you down here. I have had lunch. I scheduled in lunch for an hour, but I was so tired that I ended up actually having a nap through 3/4 of my lunch break because I needed it and I don't want to schedule it in anywhere else because I need the time on work. So I worked on my client work this morning, and looking at my little calendar of work, I did my client work, I did my vlog edit, that's now rendering right now. And now I'm about to start on batch working some blog posts for From Lucy with Love. What I'm going to do for that is to, where I've been doing my morning pages, this is my little morning pages, very, very gold notepad. I came up with something as I was writing the other day that I wanted to discuss a little bit more, so I'm going to try and do a blog post on that. I scheduled in a couple of hours for writing blog posts, so I'm going to see if I can get more than one written and scheduled, and yeah, just see how that goes. I mentioned that one of my goals is to change my blog platform to Squarespace. I really want to do that. It doesn't mean I'm going to have to pay for it, And at the moment, although it's not that expensive, but it's just the thought of another expense. I'm also desperately in need of a new phone because my screen's cracked. My phone is about 3 years old now, just over, and it's really needing to be replaced. So I just can't afford a contract anymore. It's ridiculous. I can afford, like at the moment I have a SIM only deal. It's about £18 a month and that's fine, but I can't afford 60 quid a month for a new iPhone, and I really want an iPhone because I have iTunes and everything is wrapped around the Apple products, which is why they capture us, don't they? But what was my point? Oh yeah, paying for Squarespace. I want to change to Squarespace because I love the platform and it's really user friendly and it has so many more options than Blogger. Blogger is really old hat now and I really want to come away from it, but it's a long-term goal to get the blog moved over, and I don't want to get too stuck into that now because I will get really into it and then my business stuff will just like sit in the background. So I'm going to think about that. But for now, I'm going to write some blog posts. So let's go. Excuse that fizzing noise in the background, I'm just making myself a headache tablet, but I thought we'd just take in this tidy office as I tidied it yesterday. Had a little move around, just moved my printer from the corner there to there. Also I noticed this earlier on, little, is it going to focus? Focus, yeah. But Matilda's growing a new leaf. Oh, go on Matilda. I love her. Future Lucy, you chose to come on camera looking like this. Got an amazing situation going on here. I wasn't planning on actually vlogging right this very second, but last night I was working on the iPad on the new stationery collection that I'm trying to bring out. I say a collection, it's not going to be that many things, there's only going to be a couple of things, but I've done all these drawings on the iPad and I am going to use them for something, and I might still use them for the collection. If not, it'll be for some free printables. But I just, as much as I'm really enjoying the digital side, I want to just do some painting and see if I can come up with the idea that I've got in my head via paint. I think what happens when I work digitally is that because I can change everything so easily, I'm never happy and I never stop and it's never finished. So right now I've just sat down, I'm gonna just mix up some gouache and try and get the idea out of my head on paper. I've got a very specific kind of idea and I was gonna take you along the whole process with me. So what I've just done is printed off some reference images, so I'm gonna show you those, but I just need to get myself a pencil because I was gonna try and show you guys what it is that I'm trying to do. These are the reference images I printed out, only 4 really for the colours and to see some of the berries and how they sit amongst foliage. I don't want to do something as Christmassy as this, but I just wanted to see how the position of things sit, like how leaves look when they're going in different directions, and just have some kind of frame of reference. But also colour palette wise, I'm really enjoying this kind of colour palette with the turquoisey eucalyptus leaves and the peachy tone flowers in with the deep red and stuff. So what I'm trying to do, what I've got, oh god, it just looks like a massive bit of white. Here was a nice tidy desk and now it isn't, but what I want to do is this. I've got a massive piece of paper here, and also this is a bit of scrap paper, but hang on, let me see if I can rest you down. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but what I've got in my head and what I just can't seem to make look really loose on the iPad the way that I want it is, let's say this is like an A6 tear-off notepad, like the one that I've already produced, whereas my other one had like a border around it and you know, it was like this, and it had my, not to scale, all my leaves and things going on around the edge. This one I want to have something going on like in this section here, and then let's say I'm not necessarily going to have this written here, but let's say I'm going to have notes, for example, written there, and either just leaving it blank or putting lines across it. I'm not sure yet, but I wanted to have some kind of like thing where I've got some like main flowers like going off of maybe not this many, just looks like spots now, but let's just say that these are kind of like, I don't know, either little roses or there might be something more kind of leafy, petally, something like this. Let me just quickly just draw these in.
God, what a mess. And then, so then they've each got their leaves that come off of those, let's say. But what I want to do is just be quite loose with this as I draw it. So I think I'm going to, well, paint it rather. I think I'm going to paint it as one actual piece rather than lots of little individual elements, which is what I'd normally do. So, but from there, let's just make that a little bit more prominent so I can see what I'm doing. Right, so yeah. And then underneath that, I have some kind of things like, this is way too big and sticking out way too much, but you'll get the gist. I have some kind of foliage going around in the background like this. There's another flower there. So the top part of the notepad essentially is where everything is happening, and because it's only going to be A6, it may not come down as far as this, but then also have different textures. So maybe have one kind of main flower and then maybe have some kind of like little berries or something. I mean, I created all of this on the iPad, but it just looks very stiff and I'm just not happy with it. So I think the way I need to do it is do it all as one piece, and then edit it from there. And yeah, I'm just not getting the look that I want at the moment doing it the way that I'm doing it. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and just sketch out some kind of, I'm just gonna do some kind of like little test paintings first of some of these flowers, and then go from there, and I'll take you with me the entire way. But I really need to get this done, so let's go. Guys, I have got you balanced amongst the curtains. As you can see, in my usual spot, I'm about to start painting this morning. I've just been cleaning palettes, making coffee, which I still haven't drunk actually, but I'll grab that in a minute, and also organising my plan of the day on my calendar, which is behind me. So I've got to do today, including breaks and lunch, all scheduled in. I've just done an Instagram story and waited what felt like 3 years for it to upload onto Instagram, just to let you guys know that I will not be doing any more prints of my to-do lists. Hair in my face. My to-do list is selling really well. In fact, there's only a few left, well, slightly more than a few, but I'm letting you guys know because I'm not doing any more reprints for Christmas on my to-do lists. My notepads, I've got plenty of those, so we're doing all right because they were released later, but my to-do lists are selling fast. So if you do want to get them for any stocking fillers for anyone, or presents for anyone, just hop onto leaflanestudio.com and grab them now, because otherwise they probably won't be around for much longer if as Christmas comes closer. Also today I'm going to put everything on Etsy. I always put it up on my shop first, and then the dregs of things I put on Etsy, so that it's going to be in 2 places, so the chances of them selling are now going to be doubled, which is good for me. So yeah, make sure that you do have a little look at those. If you're new to my channel and you haven't seen what I'm talking about, where have you been? But yeah, I've got my little unbelievably, oh sorry, the packaging is reflecting quite badly. Let me show you mine so that you can see. But it has got actual work written on it, so let me just flip the page over. The paper is really high quality. It absolutely does not bleed through any kinds of inks. I've had it for a long time now and it definitely doesn't. That's 100% guaranteed, unless you are like going over it 100 times with a really liquidy pen. But yeah, so this is the to-do list. There you go. So you get 50 sheets, tear off pad. It's really top quality paper, really top quality. A friend of mine that I met for coffee on Sunday said she thinks that she's got 2 sheets of paper every time she flicks a page over. So that's good. It's very good quality. And then I've got my tear off notepad. I don't know where mine is, so we're gonna have to start with the packaged version. But it's exactly the same kind of idea, but just A5 and no lines or anything like that. 50 sheets, tear off notepad. All my packaging for this range is all biodegradable and compostable vegetable starch packaging. Wait for it to focus. There you go. So I'm really mindful now of all the new stuff that I bring out, that the packaging is planet friendly. And if you haven't seen this range, I have your Unbelievably Lovely card, which is blank on the inside. I also have, let's just forage about here, one that says hey on it. And also, although I have absolutely no idea what I've done with them, there's a little sticker now that says make today amazing. They're put away somewhere safe, but I'll put the picture on the screen. So yes, if you want to grab that, they make really, really good stocking fillers. They're just a nice size to wrap up and put in a stocking for somebody, especially to-do lists. On the note of that kind of stationery though, this morning's task is to, I'm painting, like you would have seen it in previous clips, I'm painting hopefully what will be another small tear off notepad that I really, really want to get printed before Christmas. Hence I'm not getting any of my others printed, because quite honestly, as a small business owner, it's really expensive to outlay that amount of money, and right now I can only afford to do one thing at a time, and I'd rather have a different option available for now, and then in the new year or in the spring I'll reprint my unbelievably organised to-do list. So yeah, today is very much all about client work, artwork, trying to drink that coffee. I've got a load of stuff that I need to get done. I've printed out a load of reference images and I'm just going to sit down and get stuck into it. This was the result of what I did yesterday, and I don't know if I said to you guys, hello, I don't know if I said to you guys that I tend to use really random colours when I sketch out ideas, because I don't want to use the colours that I use a lot of. So this is the result of me using random colours that were just already in my palette. The problem with doing that is that the colours can be very dirty because they've been sitting in a palette gathering dust and whatever other colours are mixed with them. So I've washed my palettes now. I'm going to sit and sketch out what will hopefully be the final, or around the final kind of version of this, and then hopefully get a few paintings done today that I can choose from. I might put them up on Instagram for you guys to tell me what you think, because at the moment I'm going through a real crisis of confidence with my painting. I'm still finding my style. I have quite a few different styles. When I'm doing work for a client for wedding stationery who wants something to look quite realistic, I can do that. I can paint or draw quite realistic looking flowers and stuff. But I really like a more looser, basic illustrative kind of style for my own work. So it's trying to find that happy medium and switch between the two brains of those styles, if that makes any sense. Breathe. Guys, I've got myself into a situation. I'm in my office. This is what it looks like right now. And I can't get out the door because there's that situation. I really need the loo as well, so that's good. But what I wanted to do was this basically, okay, hang on. That right there, that's where my desk used to be, and I really loved how my office looked. I really loved it, but it wasn't practical because A, the sun comes from there, and if I work at this art desk, which was along here, I'm blocking out the sun and I can't see, and by the time it comes around to here, it's in that there's even more shadow, I can't see. But then if I was working at my computer here, the sun was coming from behind me, glaring off of my screen, and it was really hurting my eyes, and all the colours I was looking at online were not right to my eyes, so guys, it's literally 5:45 on Friday evening. I can barely move, I'm so exhausted, yet I've decided to do this now. So as much as it's not going to look as nice, it's got to be practical. So I've put my art desk in front of the window, that's going to be fantastic. Then my hope was to put my working desk here, but the way the space worked out, that's not going to work. But what I've decided to do now is to move this unit full of stuff into that gap there. That fits perfectly, so I'm going to do that now. I've had to move all the heavy stuff off of it. It's a bloody disaster. Wish me luck. I'm going to do it now. I'll come back to you when I'm getting there. Progress update incoming. I've almost finished moving this. It was so difficult to move. I am huffing and puffing and regretting the fact that I've had a shower already, but we're almost there. I've just got to tuck it in towards the wall and go back a little bit further. Holy crap, guys. I go to the gym and I'm pretty strong, but that thing was a bugger to lift on your own. It's because there's nowhere you can hold on to. You can't hold on to anything on it at all. Ridiculous. Okay, let's carry on. I mean, just look at this. Look. I can almost feel my mum having a breakdown. How did this stuff get in this room? I've got to put it back before I can get out the door. I'm busting for a wee. TMI, I know. Little update, guys. I'm almost to the door. It's literally about 10 minutes since I last videoed, but I've got that over there. It wasn't as bad. It seems so daunting having to take everything off of here, but it fitted perfectly in between the edge of the windowsill and the wall. So that's all there. Like I said, it's not going to be as aesthetically pleasing or feel as put together. For example, I don't like the fact that I have to have the radiator behind there, the wall's not straight, there's a gap there, all that crap. But I will have constant light on my desk and no shadows, so that's much more practical for me. Right guys, I'm almost there. As you can see, my office manager is just approving everything. Yep, approved. So as you come in the door now, I've got my little chest of drawers there. Melinda, that's not her name, Matilda. So yeah, it's not as kind of flowing as it was before, but that's fine. I don't actually need to get into this space very often other than collecting stuff for your orders, so that's fine. And then the only snag is that I can't reach the window very easily. I mean, I can reach it to open it, but right now, because Gizmo's in, it's we don't really want the window open because yesterday she actually got out onto the window ledge mostly, so that was fun. And then this little unit is where it was before, so all I need to do now is put my notice board back in here somewhere. Don't know where yet because I kind of liked having it somewhere. I just literally put it in situ somewhere I liked it, so I'm gonna do that now. Guys, I'm going to end this week's vlog right here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I am desperately trying to increase my subscriber count because you don't really get the privileges you used to get on YouTube until you reach 1,000 subscribers. So I've got quite a long way to go, but I would really like to do that. So with your help, I will get there, / we will get there as a little YouTube family. Can you guys hear that rain right now? Pouring with rain outside. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and sorry if the clip you previously saw didn't kind of merge into this clip, but sometimes I just leave it a couple of days before I pick up the camera and then I've forgotten by that point what I filmed the time before. These things happen. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna start the next vlog. Okay, so too technical for my brain. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.